Thank you for staying with us. The street trading mentality of Nigerians always pitches them against governments. In another instance, the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has issued a 2-week ultimatum to traders to vacate the rail tracks of the ongoing Red Line Rail project, which will link Oyingbo to Marina. During a tour of the project at the Agege Station, Governor Sanwo-Olu noted that the route is for transportation and not for trading. He warned them that a team will come to enforce compliance and seize items of any trader that violates the directive by next week. Let's hear from the governor.
It is government road, that's why government built everything. It is for transportation, it's not for market. It is not for market. Mo ṣọjà o, mo ṣọ́pìn o, mo ti fún yín notice ìjọ méjì péré. Àwọn tó ń ta ẹ̀dìyẹ, mo pẹ̀ pálápàlá lọ́ máa kó lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ yìí. Báyìí lè dúró bí yo, kò ṣeé ṣe, ìjọba mo fi wá fúnra mi, kò ṣeé ṣe o. A lè níjọba ká fi owó ribiribi ṣe kókó bá, ká má lè lo. Kí ẹ gbọ́ mi, mo ti sọ fún yín o, nítorí ẹ̀ wọ́n máa fi sínú news, máa fi sínú paper, àfẹ́ kí ọ̀gọ́gọ́ kú. Tí tray bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣiṣẹ́, ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá náà máa pa bí, èèyàn kan máa kú sí mi ò fẹ́ wàhálà. Gbogbo ìfúà, mo dẹ̀ máa block market yẹn, wọn ò ní ráyè pa bí mọ́. Mo ti sọ o.
Told some people that are selling, that are working on the rail corridor that it will be zero tolerance. We've given notices, we've appealed to them, you were there, you saw it, and we need to clean up all of the entire rail corridor so that it can be free for rail passenger movement when they do start. You know, it's going to be a change in our attitude, in our way of life. You know, and because this rail track is at grid, meaning it's not elevated that we have on the blue line. So we have a lot of work to do to ensure that people are not in any form on the rail track. We have taken a view and a decision that we will, especially maybe 500 meters to almost a kilometer, you know, to the train platform itself, we probably need to do concrete wall to be able to secure the passengers, to be able to secure the citizens from themselves.
I think Governor Sanwo-Olu will need to take, a firmer stand and on this, guys, because the rail tracks, if you look at the accident that has, occurred in Lagos State in time past, these activities on rail tracks in Lagos, now that we are going to have the red line across that place, that thing is going to be powered by electricity, and it's going to be extremely dangerous to even have any form of activity around that place. So, without even talking about alternative, those guys must quit.
No, they have to quit. They are putting their lives at risk. They are trying to continue what they had done for years in the Oshodi area, in this new rail corridor. And we just can't allow that to happen. This is electric train. It's not like what they've been used to. So people will lose lives if they are permitted to remain along that rail corridor. Government must move them away from that place. If it needs to use force, it has to do it, because the alternative is loss of lives. All these market women, these illiterate market women, they don't know that this kind of train is different from the ones that they've been used to. So, and when people begin to lose their lives now, people will jump on the fatalities recorded to start attacking government. But government has done its bit to make transportation a lot conducive in Lagos. But we can't allow people to be trading on the rail lines. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. Remember the story of the corps member who was crushed on the rail line in the Oshodi area some years back. It was a really perplexing story. We don't want this sort of thing to happen. So as the governor has promised to block their entry point to the rail corridor, I will encourage him to do that quickly, because some of our people are very headstrong. They don't listen.
Because we asked you that, what do you want them to? What do you want them to?
That is
But it's not a
What's
market.
the
It's not a
alternative?
market.
They'll start, you know.
It's not a market. Any sensible person knows that you don't trade on the rail tracks. Where in the world do they do this sort of things? We see pictures from even countries that are far lowlier than Nigeria. We don't see people trade on rail tracks. What's the point in saying they don't know where to go? When markets are built, they won't use those markets. They prefer to go. Now, if you are going to Akute, you are coming through Baja, you know there's a dual carriageway constructed in that Kosoko area. Just try to use that dual carriageway around 9 p.m. You will be struggling to create a pathway for yourself. Okada riders and traders believe that it was constructed for them.
Agege bus stop too.
Right on the road, they are
Agege
trading.
Cinema, they're taking it over.
They are trading.
Yes, they are
so
trading.
the portion that is left for
vehicles.
vehicles is very narrow.
Yeah.
I use that road. I go home. I use that route most times. You will see, you have to take your time.
Take your time, yes.
Allow them to Okada riders have turned it to a parking lot. They've taken 3/4 of the road. So they leave the rest for you. In daytime, you see currency merchants. They stay on the road to do business. They are standing. So you even struggle to be able to use that road. I don't understand. How can government build a dual carriageway and you can only find space to pass? It's crazy.
If you are building a mega city and we want to achieve this with this rail track, red line, blue line, and from that Iju Waterworks, that means from down. So that means commercial activities must stop.
No, it's not that they must stop, but you need to just reallocate them, move people away. You know, it's not easy for people to change their old ways. You know, they've been used to the Lagos of the yesteryears where people could trade on the rail lines, and then when a train was coming, you know, of course, they expected the train driver would blare his horn and they would leave after the train has passed. But things are sorry, I said they are used to the old Lagos. But this is the new. It was even dangerous. It was dangerous, but even today, there isn't even any chance at all to stay on the rail track because it's electrified. So I think the community leaders need to do a lot. Traditional rulers need to do a lot to sensitize the people, because the governor coming to tell them and all of that, I mean, he must have been exasperated, maybe frustrated at why the people must have talked. So definitely, it's good that he has said he's going to build a wall, you know, to block off those people. But I think also other segments of society should help the governor, should help the state government, so that, you see, people can gradually adapt to the changing realities of the Lagos environment. You know, it's no longer business as usual. This will help people a lot. So there are markets in all those areas. Let them find their way into those markets. They abandon those markets and come to the rail tracks, believing that, you know, maybe when the passengers are light from those trains, they will buy those things. But if those markets can be rooted in such a way that people can, those who want to buy things from the markets can find their way into those markets, good and fine. But really, the sensitization must be continuous so that people don't end up committing suicide.